it's Car Doctor. Welcome back to another one of my videos, good people. If it looks like I'm tired, I think I'm still in vacation mode. I'm not really tired. It's just mellow. I'm not on drugs. I know some people talk about, so yeah, he definitely stoned her or whatever the case may be. No, I don't do drugs. Beer only. Guys, it's heating up in the state of Georgia, and that means for my business, it's going to be an influx in AC jobs coming through the shop. This particular one right here, for example, the patient owner complains that as he's sitting still, the AC get a little warm on him. Me knowing these vehicles, the first thing that came to mind is AC compressor. They're known for AC compressor problems. But as I was checking it out, AC felt pretty good. So the second thing came to mind is it's probably just low on Freon. Speaking of Freon, you need to have a proper machine when doing any type of Freon work because you cannot let this stuff out in the atmosphere. You will get paid for snitching. Well, snitchers get paid in this event if they tell on shops that's letting stuff out in the atmosphere.
Like 25,000?
Yeah, you can make a pretty good living.
No, we don't do that.
I'm just playing. So you definitely need the proper machine. This particular machine came from Snap-on. Very expensive, about $5,000 or something.
7,000 plus tax.
No, that was the 1, 2, 3, 4.
That one was 10,000. This was 7,500.
Yes, I know. I could have went. What's the other brands? Robinair, but it's just something about the convenience of Snap-on machines. Anytime I'm faced with something like this, I hook up the machine, look at my gauges, and the gauges, the high side was a little low. It's supposed to be between 150 to 200, and the low side supposed to be about 30 to 50. That was where it was on the low side, but the high side was too low. That kind of let me know right there it was a little low on Freon. As you can see, the gas that I recovered so far is half a pound, 0.5. That's low on Freon. So I'm pretty sure once I put Freon back in this system, it will start back working properly. I am going to use my sniffer to check the area. I don't think I'm going to find anything, but I'm going to check anyway. Freon will kind of escape from the system over time. This vehicle does have like 200,000 miles on it.
Really?
Yeah, I'm surprised. Yeah.
I'm gonna ask him has he replaced the CVT? Yeah, I'm gonna ask him.
Yeah, it's hard to say. I'm pretty sure they had a transmission or two. Yeah, it's hard to say now. Unless he really takes care of his car and grandma it around. So while I'm waiting on the machine,
I'm gonna go ask him, has he?
Yes, let us know. What'd he say? Double check the mileage. 192, 190. Guess what? He's never replaced the transmission. This goes to show my point that if you take care of this transmission, it will take care of you.
Let me see the mileage for my own self.
Yeah. Let's show the people. Oops, if I can turn. I learn how to turn on a car. Wow, check that out.
That's crazy. Man. As I went in there and I said, now listen, Alex said that you done replaced this once or twice. He said, never. He said, why? What's wrong? I said, nothing. We just ain't never seen nothing like that before.
Gee, so I think he mentioned something about the service advisor told him about the intervals. And which no one ever tells people about the transmission service intervals. And he ended up just listening.
He does it. He said he does it faithfully.
Yeah, and that's the key to success, I guess. I wonder what year is this? I need to put Freon back in it. Alright, let's see. Manufactured day. It's 16. 10, 15, so that makes it a 16. The other great thing about this machine that it has a database, and it tells me the Freon level for these cars. So I'm looking for Nissan. There it is. I always pass it.
240.
Yeah, no, my favorite. Let's see, what is this? Sentra and 16. Boom. 110. All right, so I'm gonna head back out because it's already vacuumed down. I don't need to do the automatic thing. Oh, that thing is low. Oh man.
Hey,
They looking for somebody.
it ain't us. We didn't do it.
So I'm going to put oil back in it. It did take out some oil. I'm gonna do 1.5. And I'm going to charge them out.
So this thing puts dye in it too?
Mm-hmm. Well, not oil and dye. Yes, it does both. And I'm gonna let it do its thing. And once I get the system back charged up, I am gonna whip out this pretty neat little machine, I'd say. Let me see if you can see the helicopter. Look, there it goes. The depth perception on video may be a little off, but it was low. I like seeing low helicopters. And there it is, pumping it in. And there I go, tearing up my tools. So I gotta let this warm up. It's gonna do a little countdown, 30 seconds. So by the time it's finished warming up, it'll be ready for me to start leak detection. Machines, the manufacturer done switched freons on me. 123 YF, which means you're effed if you have that system. There's a very good reason you're effed, because it's very expensive. I think the average service on those are going for around $500.
Yeah.
Versus
I would say the $600 to $700 range.
Jeez, that is expensive. So yeah, you gotta come out of pocket. The average service for a 134A is about 100.
Yeah.
Something
like
reasonable. So, if I have to whip out this bad boy, you're coming out of pocket. Now, machine is talking to me. These machines, I swear, they act like girlfriends or something. So it's telling me to unhook the high side and turn on the AC, which I did, and it's gonna do its thing. And while it's doing its thing, I'm going to whip out the sniffer and check the surrounding area, which is ready to go. I gotta switch the gas type, 134A, that's what I'm working with. Let's turn the sensitivity to medium. Now the first thing I like to check, I just disconnected the hose, so it's probably picking up the vapors and stuff in the air, the little residue that came out. I didn't fart. I know that's what it looks like. So, the first thing I like to do is check the front condenser. That area is prone to rocks and road debris that can sometimes puncture it. And the condenser sits right in front of the radiator. So I like to just wave my wand up along the condenser while looking for like black smudgy areas. Black smudgy areas represent freon escaping, because you have oil in the freon system, and when the freon system have a leak, it will come out like a black smudgy, because it leaks oil too. All right, those are done. Also, I like to check my shredder valves. These like to leak a lot. I just took it off, so it's probably got a lot of residue. But you see my machine going crazy over here. I just waved it away. You see it's not going crazy no more. All right, so that's good. Almost forgot to check the high side. Good. Oh, no, hold on. So this is called a thorough AC system check. Now I'm going to run it along the lines and run it along the AC compressor, because sometimes the AC compressor can leak and cause problems. And any type of fittings and rubber hose, I'm going to run it along there while looking for like signs of leaks, which I've already talked about. As I kind of assumed, I didn't think the system had any leaks. I think it just escaped from the rubber hoses. Rubber hoses, stuff can escape over time. Give it a long time. Or the fittings, or I don't really know how it works. Somebody write down in the comments is cool. How does Freon escape over time? I never really looked into that. Freon is one of these things that I picked up just because it's good money and everybody needs it. Yes, I finally picked up something that is money motivated. So I really don't care too much about Freon systems. I had to care because I had to learn about it so I can service it.
But it doesn't get you excited.
No, it don't get me excited. That's probably why I'm kind of bland too. Like, Freon systems. Who cares?
You like lifters.
Yeah, lifters. Oh yeah, they get my gears turning. Another test I like to do is take my meter inside and hold it up against the vents. You're supposed to put it down low because down low is where the evaporator core is. So if it picks up something right here, that will indicate that the evaporator core is leaking, which I'm not. So I think all looks well. All looks well. Bam. All right, now I'm going to whip out my thermometer and take a temp sample of what's coming out the vents. What should be coming out the vents, depending on temperature outside, but what I normally see, if it's around 80 degrees, I should be seeing about 50 degrees coming out. Sometimes in the low 40s, depending on what vehicle you're in. All right, let's see. Max AC, recirculation on. All right. Let's see what comes out. Yeah, I am very happy with the outcome. It's just slowly going down. I think this one's gonna be in the low 40s. What you think, sweetie?
Yeah, looks appears that way.
It'll just keep going down. And this is nice and cold. This will put you out. Yep, 44. It should be getting ready to stop. I rarely see 30s, but this is a Nissan. Nissan has been known to have some cold AC systems. Yeah, I don't see 30 that often. I always see it in the low 40s or 50s or something like that. So yeah, this thing is putting out amazing. And just think, as you're driving, it'll get colder than this.
Or with the windows up.
Oh yeah.
Put you out.
Dang, I didn't expect 35. I had to pull it away a little bit. Let's see. It's about 37. Of course, if I hold it right up on it, it'll be
Colder.
let me see. I normally like to hold it about maybe about a foot. So I'll give it about 38, 37, which is really good. I'm very happy with this outcome. I think he just needed a service, which I just gave him and looked over the system. Guys, I am open to criticism. If you see something I did wrong, please let me know because I'm still learning about AC. I don't know everything. I normally consult with Nate. Shout out to you.
Oh yeah, Nate taught you AC.
Yeah.
I wish he was here. We put him on, but
Yeah,
him and Jimmy, they put AC in those old 54 Bel Airs and stuff
yeah,
like
they're
that.
like retro. Well, it's not retrofit. It would be modernizing modern AC systems in older vehicles. However you say that. But he know how to make lines and he know everything there is to know about an AC
And he
system.
taught you.
Yeah, he did. I knew a little bit, but it just I didn't know what to look for with my gauges. You know, what does this mean? What does that mean? If the gauges is doing that. So he showed me. He spent a lot of time with me, showing me and taking a lot of phone calls. So shout out to you, Nate. I appreciate you, man.
We owe him some beer.
Yeah, I really do. So I'm about to pull in my next one. So stay tuned because I'm about to pull it right in.
Same problem. She want her AC checked.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I'll just leave my setup right. All right, the first thing I'm gonna do with this one is check the customer complaint. Let's see what it's doing. Sync them together. Auto, recirculate, and
How many miles on this thing?
too many. This car needs to go to the final resting place. I can't get to the miles unless I don't know what I'm doing.
Maybe you don't know what you're doing.
I don't. Hold on. It's this funny touch thing. I really want to see the miles. I think she came in originally for no power. I think the transmission is going out. I'm not a transmission expert, but I think this thing got like 200,000 miles in it.
You changing the language.
Yeah, it's like.
Means language.
Uh-oh.
You know. Okay, switch it to English right there.
Display in English, check. Oh my gosh.
There you go.
There. It's like wonky.
Don't mess with it, cause she probably.
Look. There you go. It stayed 213,000 miles. Yeah, she's wonky. So I'm getting about. My hand thermostat says it's about 60, 58. Can you grab the thermostat for me? Let's see if I'm right. Let's see if how my hand thermostat did. Horrible. Let me see. 75. Oh man. Uh-oh. I'm way off. Jeez, it's not doing nothing. I could have sworn it felt warmer than that.
What did you say originally?
60. I'm a cheat. Well, I'm not cheat. I did say 58, 60.
No, your hand thermostat broken.
Yeah, it's definitely 15 degrees off. But I do have thick hands. You probably had a better chance.
I like your hands.
Yeah, they're
nice and manly.
Yeah, they're definitely manly. Yeah, this is hot. I gotta get out of here. And then I gotta make sure I turn this car off because GM decided. I'm gonna put myself in the face of the door. GM decided they want to put.
Hey, listen, this car is fighting us. It just hit me in the arm.
Did it?
The door almost hit you.
Yeah, they did kind of bump me in the face. This car needs to go already. All right. Are you gonna stay? Don't take me out, please. GM decided they want to put the dang port down in here unless they changed it with this 13 model. But normally it's like close to the manifold. Yeah, maybe they changed it. I don't know. 'Cause I'm looking for the port. I don't see it down here. That's another thing that kind of annoys me about AC. Here's the high side. Like sometimes they put the ports in weird spots, man. I'm like, you can kind of tell I'm kind of complaining, huh?
I can tell you don't like it as much as you like other stuff.
Oh, but it's like such a demanding feel thing. Yeah, they did. They put it in a stupid spot. Right here, like upside down. And the cap is missing on this one.
No,
Now, yeah. I'm not going to put my test probe on this one, on the high side, because I've learned with GM, come take a look. They use some type of rubberish ball thing, and when my tool pushes down on it, it always causes it to leak. Always on the high side with GM. So I've learned not to put my tool on that because how my tool works, come this way. you have this piece right here. And when I screw it on, the piece actually get pushed in onto the thing. And for some odd reason, it always tears up the rubber sealing thing. So I'm just gonna be looking at the low side and trying to figure it out.
Do they sell an adapter or something for that? Or?
I don't know. You may need, I don't know. Because most of all of the professional tools looks like this. Again, guys, if you know what I'm talking about, if you have a solution, please drop down in the comments. I am open to learning. Because the great thing about it though, this screws off and you can put another one on there. So I've had to replace a lot of them for customers until I like finally realized, I'm like, oh, that's what's destroying it, my dang tool. So it's a little weird. Now, I think this was one of my complaints on my top 5 for this vehicle. Did I say AC problems? I just did one.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to watch it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch it again. Probably won't. I'm so busy. But these things have AC issues. The lines like to leak. AC compressors like to go out. It's just a lot. And this is not an easy car to work on. Like everything is so tight up in here. As you can see, I'm kind of struggling putting the little adapter on. And we have no Freon. All right, so
how do you know?
this gauge didn't move. When it has Freon in the system, it's supposed to be somewhere up in the 70s,
you did just say
90s or something like that.
I got you.
So that's why it's not working. Now what I'm gonna do is just look around the area. I'm looking for signs of leaking, like I mentioned before. Hope you guys was paying attention. See a power steering line leak. But Freon leak, no signs yet. What I'm gonna probably have to do is probably put a pound of Freon in there. And
man, the airport must be jumping today. Like planes, do they always fly by?
Everywhere. Yep, I'm about to throw a pound of Freon in there, sweetie.
Okay.
And
I'm gonna take the time to go mention all of this to Shan so we don't have to double work.
what? Tell what?
We noticed there's no Freon in the system.
Tell her. Well, let's get the full picture first.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying, go on back to business, girl.
No, I'm just gonna charge it up 1 pound. This takes a lot more than 1 pound, but what I don't want is to start putting Freon in the system. A lot of Freon and completely top it off, and it comes blurring out. And look at y'all trying to tell the EPA that I'm.
We ain't going to jail.
Let's see. Now what I'm doing now is listening for any loud hissing. Go ahead and warm that up. This compressor looks very murky looking. It has a lot of dirt and debris attached to it, meaning something is either leaking on it or it's leaking Freon. Really bad.
Show me the compressor.
Right here.
Okay.
And it's like tucked down in there. Like I said, everything is expensive on this car. All right. I'm gonna get pollen dust all over it. So I'm just gonna leave that there. Let's switch it. Let's see. What's crawling on my neck? What's going on? I'm checking the common areas that I see leak a lot, and I think I got something. It's leaking from this line. Let me turn the sensitivity down real low. Yeah, I keep getting feedback from this line. And this line is a pain to change too. Nope, it may be this big line. Check the AC compressor. I know the line is leaking. And this is all what AC consists of, guys, when you're like looking for leaks. Very boring stuff. You just...
I find it fascinating.
I don't.
Tools definitely make it easier for you.
Yes, it does. It used to be hard to find. Yes, hard to find. Because the good old days, what I used to do before I had this machine, I used to put dye in the system. Sometimes the leak be so small, the oil won't seep out and you won't find the dye right away. And I have to send the customer away. With this, I find the leak right away, pretty much every single time. Just like here, I'm getting a lot of response from this line, the high pressure line, and I can see residue starting to build up around it. It looks a little, you're probably not gonna be able to see it good on camera. Probably not gonna be able to see it on camera, but at the line fitting down there, it's a lot of grease buildup. I need something to point at. Oh, I got something to point at. Point with. So right here,
I can get my camera.
at the end of my magnet, I see a lot of dirt and debris build up around that. That normally indicates a leak. So definitely gonna recommend a high side line. Also, I like doing the job right, and I don't want to see people coming back. I'm gonna recommend this low side line as well because it is rubber. The last thing I want to do is put this line on and have the person come back a couple of months later because it's leaking again. So I'm gonna recommend both of those lines. Let me check the condenser if I can get to it. All right. There's some action down here too. That may have just been a fluke. You gotta be careful with this machine because it'll pick up your breath sometimes. Yeah, it'll do that. So
Free
I gotta free your breath.
Cold. Sub-zero.
I guess. Let me give you a kiss of scorpion. What's the daggone
Sub-zero?
Sub-zero? Your kiss. So yeah, you gotta be careful not to blow on it because it will pick up your carbon monoxide in your breath. I don't suspect any leaks coming from the condenser. The next thing I'm gonna do, guys, is check to make sure the Freon system works. I'm gonna, now that I identified the leak, which is like a seek, I'm going to go inside and turn the system on. Just make sure the compressor works. Let me check this line one more time. Yeah, it's lit up over here. Not breathe.
Hold your breath.
It's leaking. Now I want to check these back lines. It's another rubber line back here, but I think that's part of the line system that I'm selling them. Because it's like this big line. It's kind of a pain in the butt job. I've done many of them. And as you can tell, this stuff picks it up right away. So it's not like, you know, slow reaction time. That's what I like about this sniffer. Yeah. Okay, I think it is leaking from that big line too, that low side that I said I was going to sell them to. Because I see some more residue down here. No, I think it's still coming from that other line. Because the line that I'm going to sell them, gosh, this thing here. I can silence this. Mute it. Let's see. No, I think it is because if I put it by this big line, it goes up crazy. So okay, turn this off. Let's make sure the compressor works. A pound should be enough where to give me something. It drops the temperature from like not atmosphere. It's about 70 degrees out right now, isn't it?
I think so.
Don't get me lying. Of course, my hand temperature is off, so I'm not gonna be there. Out of
65.
65 degrees.
Yep.
And of course, it's a little bit hotter in here. So I should be well below 65. All right, we already getting a change. And that's 1 pound of Freon. And this vehicle has a front and rear evaporator core. And 1 pound is just not enough. And we are already going down into the 50s. So the compressor is very much doing its job. I think this car takes like 2 pounds, 2.5 pounds of Freon. And we're already trying to get down in the 40s. So I'm happy with that. Let me go outside and verify.
I know you hate AC, but you gotta respect your commitment to verifying and like diagnosing and to make sure that you're sure. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't want to, you know me. I look at other people's money like I look at my money. And I just wouldn't want no one to do me like that too. I don't want somebody to be sure. All right, the AC compressor is working. If let's see. I can't, normally the low side be like real cold, which it's not because it's not enough Freon in the system, so that's why you really can't go by that. But a lot of mechanics, they'll grab the low side. Oh yeah, it's cold. Can't really go by that. You have to just do the proper checks as you saw it. Now let me turn it off because it's not enough Freon in the system and I don't want to mess something up. If I can mess something up, I'm not sure. I don't think you can. The only way you can mess something up is you not put oil back in the system and the system, took it out. And my machine does remove the oil from the system. Something's smoking over here. The heck? I think it's that line. Probably got a bad leak. Yeah, that's Freon.
Are you supposed to be breathing in Freon though?
No, not really. But
Man.
yeah, it's leaking from that line. It's coming out.
Can I get the camera down there?
Probably. I see dye and everything. See the dye on the radiator? It's spraying.
Wait, maybe I should come from this angle.
You see it?
Point to it.
Right there. Oh, let me get my pointer. Right there, it's just spraying out.
Let me come on that side. Your hands are huge. You're in the way.
Just come where I am.
Get it out your hands, Alex.
I know. Let me start the process to suck the Freon back out. Now I'm wasting my precious Freon. You're probably not gonna be able to see it, but it's from that line that I showed you earlier, and I think my wife got a good picture of it. Mm-hmm. So I'm kind of tricking the system now because I'm supposed to go back in and hit recover, but I'm tricking the system. Basically, what it do, it tells you to unhook the lines from the vehicle, and there's still Freon in the lines, so the machine will vacuum out the lines. So instead of unhooking the car, I'm leaving it hooked up, so it'll just pull the Freon out the car that I just put in. So I don't have to, go back.
Yeah, you don't want to waste it.
Well, its time is of the essence too, because it's literally just like pouring out. So, I think that's a good diagnostic. Now she's not gonna be happy with the price because it's very expensive to fix these lines, because I think you have to remove the motor mounts. Oh, it's just a pain. I'm not looking forward to the job. It's like it tucks back here. It goes all over the place. Very difficult job to do. Now, before I forget, let me make sure I get the... Well, I gotta wait till the
You
thing
need to
finish.
notate that her service cap on the bottom line is missing.
The high side.
High
missing.
side. Okay.
Let me put her fancy cover back on. All right. I think that pretty much wraps this diagnostic test up. Right? That's pretty much wraps this vehicle up dealing with AC systems. I told you guys I was gonna do a little bit more AC work for you. It's really my wife pushing me because I was like,
He didn't want to do it, and I had to go Joe Jackson on him.
yeah,
Sorry.
she did.
Come on, Michael. Get in step.
So guys, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button because I'm doing this for you. I do know a lot about AC systems and I have a lot to share. So that was just a little look into how I diagnose things with AC systems. Guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. Like I said, hit that like and subscribe button if you did. Alex Car Doctor out. See you guys on the next one.